None of us can help the things life has done to us. They're done before you realize it, and once they're done, they make you do other things, until at last, everything comes between you and what you'd like to be, and you've lost your true self forever. This is a quote from A Long Day Journey into the Night by Eugene O'Neill, written in the 1940s. Decades later, these words still resonate deeply with many people. They remind us of the inevitable ups and downs in life that shape who we are and what we become throughout the course of our lives. When it comes to love, has something come between you and who you wanted to be? Were you looking forward to being a devoted partner, a caring spouse, or a loving significant other? Did life's events alter that course? For some, a past relationship that ended badly may have tarnished their outlook on love. For others, perhaps the right person simply hasn't come along. And for some, the dating environment has changed so much that the process of courtship is now become foreign to what they are used to. Yet, for a small remnant of people, there's another factor that creates an even greater barrier between them and finding love. And that thing is the empty passing of time. The emptiness of time, where the anticipation for finding love has sat dormant for too long, has now grown cold within the hearts of many. It is not always the heartbreaks or the disappointments, but the passage of time itself that erodes the hope for love. Before we continue, hello, and welcome to Relic Theories, the boring side of YouTube dedicated to hobby researchers of theories and theology. The information expressed within this podcast are opinion-based and self-researched by the content creator. Also, this audio video has been manually typed using text-to-speech software. Today, we're using text-to-speech software from AI.com, and the voice you will be hearing is Mason. Research links are available in the description below for anyone who wants to dive deeper into hobby research. Today, I would like to propose a theory of the possibilities of why love dies within the human heart concerning the concept of the empty passing of time. Where too much time has passed, where a person either waits for love that never came, or the person has put forth effort with oneself for self-development, and love died within that process. This also has the potential to create an empty void where love may be gone forever. Also, there is no scientific evidence that will back this theory, only the concept of relating the stages of life and time that passes. So, let's begin. Part 1. Waiting in vain. When is the right time for love? In this theory, I would like to propose that the best time to find a lifelong partner is during youth, when the heart is unburdened by life's challenges and the future still feels optimistic. As Eugene O'Neill's quote suggests, life's events can create a barrier of who we would like to be. In today's world, particularly in Western dating culture, we all know the statistics. High divorce rates, hookup culture, and a growing reluctance to commit have created a chaotic dating environment. Those who yearn for love in its most organic form often find themselves on the sidelines, stuck in awaiting stages in hopes that love will find them, giving the law of nature and attraction. But waiting for too long for this type of love can only cause a disservice to a person. Time, when stretched too far, can harden the heart due to the exposure that unfolds with unmet results. The longer someone waits, is the higher the risk of love growing cold. Waiting for love doesn't mean a person is literally sitting around wasting idle time. It means living life, hoping for the opportunity to clash in a divine meeting with a special someone. However, there is uncertainty in the waiting. Life marches on. Health may decline, finances may fluctuate, and personal losses can pile up. These changes inevitably shape who you become in your future self, if meeting the one ever happens? Who will you be when the time comes? And if you found love, what will you do with it? The longer the wait, the more the world around you transforms. Today's dating landscape is extremely different from that of previous generations. Hookup culture, digital distractions, and societal shifts have turned what was once a simple search for companionship into a maze of complications. Additionally, the disconnect between human biology and the heart's desires becomes more apparent. As our bodies age, we may still desire love in our hearts, incapable to perform in intimacies as if we were younger. If love arrives later in life, physical limitations may interfere with reduced energy, health issues, lack of libido, or other challenges may compromise the excitement of new relationships. The youthful spark of staying up late, going on adventures, or embracing intimacy may no longer feel the same. In theory, finding love earlier in life offers a better chance for mutual growth and shared experiences. Waiting too long can leave you battling not just external circumstances, but also your own dwindling hope. Part 2. Love and collateral damage. For many who wait for love, the experience feels like watching life pass them by. You see others in relationships, some thriving, some failing unfortunately, but you still wonder when your turn will come. Over time, the decay of love within society becomes evident, not just in statistics but in the stories and behaviors of those around you. Hindu tradition describes this era that we are living in today as the Kali Yuga, the final stage in the cycle of time. In this age of Kali Yuga, it predicts that love diminishes, selfishness rises, and societal imbalance prevails. These attributes seem all too familiar in today's world. For those who still cling to traditional values of love and commitment, the modern dating landscape can feel like you're a victim of collateral damage of decaying love. You didn't create the chaos of dating, but you're forced to live with its consequences. While traditional dating fades into memory, people become scarred by failed relationships or turn to casual encounters to protect themselves from potential heartbreak. The few who remain hopeful watching this collapse from the sidelines is like an innocent civilian who watches his country go to war when all he wants out of life is peace and the results of the fruit of his labor. The real struggle for these people is learning to accept the situation of the times we live in. Love is dying. Love is dying. Love is dying. This is what we inevitably have to accept. Accepting that the human condition is decaying and is on a downward slope. Accepting that the world has changed and with it, the dynamics of love and relationships. Yet, even in this decay, the human heart remains wired for connection due to human nature. It longs for companionship, for understanding, and for love. The question then becomes, how do we navigate this modern reality? How do we reconcile the hope for love with the challenges of waiting? Perhaps the answer lies not in the hope of finding love in a changing world, but practicing being as flexible with your heart in a changing world. If love arrives in your life unexpectedly, embrace it. If love doesn't arrive in your life, embrace it. Love is complex and hard to predict. Ecclesiastes 9 from the Bible says, "No man knows whether love or hate awaits him." So maybe, finding love in this world is all about luck, and hopes that God shows mercy for those who long for it. We are now at the 10-minute mark, and this is now the end of the podcast. If you've enjoyed this video podcast and would like to help a rookie YouTuber, please leave a like and comment. You can also catch this podcast on Spotify and explore more in-depth articles on various topics at relictheories.com, and thanks for listening to Relic Theories.